Well,
So guys, you can also enable your videos, right?
all right. It was really like I'm on top of a cliff right now after passing the CISSP, and it really makes sense after all this efforts that I have put in, like to really get through. And actually, the exam was really a bit high than what we are expecting, uh, and I'm glad I have cleared it though. Uh, so yeah,
So tell us something more about your preparation and your approach to the exam and what all you did to pass this exam.
okay, sir. So first of all, what I have done is I have gone through your sessions. So I have joined when you were starting identity and access management in the 22nd batch, and after that, like I have there till the last till the end when you have completed all the modules, and I have missed out on the domain 8 database security. Until then, I haven't able to cover that part. But whatever 22nd batches videos were there. Until which I have missed. I have covered them through the videos that we have got. So after that, like I got a like uh, I thought you are putting in effort, but where is my effort? So I missed out on that, is what I thought. So after that end of the May, I thought like let me give me 30 days myself, like 30 days of time. And so what I did is I prepared my own calendar for 30 days. If you want, I can share that calendar with you. Like it is, I have set my goal like 5 to 8 hours daily. I wanted to prepare, so I wanted to go strong on it actually. So in this process, like I have done it, and I the schedule was like for 30 days I wanted to see how progressive I am, like how I am progressing in the test and everything. So I did that and started with the CCQ initially. So I was getting around 77% or something. So then, and I moved out to I mean, I was going through your videos and the other videos, lot of videos. I'm not a book person at all. I don't like studying books. It gives me headache to be precise. So what I did is I have gone through a lot of videos and came back and tested my knowledge on the questions. So it gave me a lot of idea when I was practicing then. And I saw like on repetitively, like I was failing to answer some of the questions in some of the topics. Like let's say SDLC was one of the things like that. So I thought I have to go and get little bit more confidence on that one. And I was going through those videos only, nothing else apart from that. So a lot of things have gone in, and to be precise, I haven't finished my cybex books because you have told like you are covering the Sean Harris. So I thought we are covered with Sean Harris by your videos. So I haven't gone through Sean Harris at all. So I have covered only cybex with Mike Chappell's one. Uh, Official study guide. So here and there, I have covered two chapters or two domains in that, nothing more than that. So a major part of my preparation was in testing. So I used to sit for continuously 2 hours or 3 hours and was doing like around 125 to 250 questions in each go, just to see like how the exam would go, right. So that's where I was preparing more into, like I have done around 6,000 plus questions from here and there, a lot of questions, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, is it just me or I cannot hear you, sir? I think you're speaking on mute.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about it. So Gautam, I just want to check, right, how much this CCQ stuff has helped you?
Well, it helped me clear my understanding of the topics actually, more than the questions that I can pretty much say the questions that you see in exam you wouldn't see in any of the exams, the practice tests that you have gone through. So it just helped me understand it helped me like eliminate the answers which are not appropriate to that question, and also pinpoint the answer which is more appropriate to the question. That's where the CCQ have helped me. And also, if let's say in networking and communication, some of the topics which I don't know, the description that they have given, like for each wrong answer, right? That also helped me to enhance little bit more on what I have learned uh, from the video.
Another question for you, Gautam, is many people think like CISSP is too much stuff and we need to remember each and everything. Do you feel like you had that feeling that memorization is so much required on top, everything need to be on top of the head?
Okay, there are first two things: before exam and after exam. So before exam is like I don't want to miss on anything that would be important in the exam first thing. So I thought, if SDLC is important, let's say, why not go through in that topic and go a little bit more about it, because I know for the fact that questions won't be straightforward like how we see in the practice tests. So I thought of going in a little bit more. It's all a part of the preparation is what I thought. So it's personal choice at the end of the day, but exam doesn't require you to go in depth. uh, but you should know what is what, when to use what is what exam expects from you,
It's
right?
more on focusing on concepts and then focusing on if a solution is good or bad, or what are the downside of the solution or what are the good side of the solution, right?
Yeah. Two more things that helped me in taking this exam is like one, I am very well versed with, or very well uh, uh, like I have seen the Pearson View exams actually. Like I have given like 20 to 30 exams in the same window, so I'm more familiar with that UI. So that also helped me. And apart from that, the second thing is I made myself calm in the exam. That helped me with the practice exams. So whenever I was taking practice exams, right, that helped me in a way that if there is a question, don't think about anything else. That don't think about the result. Don't think about the outcomes of your question or something. Just focus on the question that is in front of you. Is the number one thing that needs to be there in the examination. So if there is a question, think about, read the question twice, understand the question. I mean, there are answers which are close enough, very close enough, like two or three answers very close enough. Just eliminate based on the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, or due diligence, due care, what you want to apply there, or I think like a manager at that point if you are not sure. So that pretty much helped me in answering those questions. So I had around like 125 questions. So each I took around 3 hours for all of them. So each question, like I thought it was my last option. I mean, it was my last resort. I have to answer this in a way that I would answer as if based on this my results is dependent. So I would think about that in all the perspectives, not only in my own perspective, being coming from the technical background, right? It's very difficult for me to think like a wholesome approach to an answer, right? So I applied this while answering the question, whether it resolves, whether the question that they are asking is about protecting the confidentiality or integrity or availability. So that I have done. Due care, due diligence, how whether it's part of due care or due diligence, what do you apply there? And as you know, right? So all that I have applied there, and think like a manager is I have written it down when I sat for the exam.
Yeah.
So
So tell me one more thing, Gautam. How did you keep yourself motivated? Because it's a long journey. By the way, everybody knows that, right? It's not an exam. You just go and attend a 5 days training and go and appear for the exam and you clear. You
okay.
have to prepare from the scratch and need to have a lot of understanding. And during that process, sometimes you get demotivated, sometimes you are frustrated, sometimes you are not getting time for study. How did you manage that aspect of the preparation?
Okay, see, I have been long in queue. Like I have taken my voucher in somewhere in November last year. I have postponed with lot of complexities going around in my life. So I have postponed. In the March, I have got taken. I mean, I have taken the chance to come into Cybernous and get started, right? So after that, what I have done is, even when I was in on the weekend mode, like listening to your sessions, I was in a passive mode, going like that. It was going like that. So after that, I thought one day, if it goes like this, there would be no time that I would be completing the exam for sure. So it's my something like I have to put in my own efforts. So I thought, let what's wrong in making a timetable and following the timetable. So I have made a timetable which covers like someday I have to cover some videos, someday I have to cover some videos, and daily I had this goal set around 200 questions per day, minimum, 200 questions. So that I was not breaking it at any time. But in middle, like I was supposed to give the exam on July 6th, but my father had a surgery, major surgery, so I had to postpone it. Although I was getting the required things that I wanted to do, but this time also helped me, like postponing the exam to 18th of July also helped me in getting more of what I have learned. So getting the maturity on the things which I have already learned. So
Okay, so one final question for me, and then it is up to the group.
okay.
So, based on your experience with Cybernose, Gautam, what do you feel like? How how likely you are going to recommend Cybernose to others?
Absolutely, like it's a top thing that I would recommend, not just because the content, because the content that you teach, right? It's more than what CISSP candidate can grab or expect to come in the questions or the exam. But it is very useful stuff in terms of your day-to-day life or day-to-day uh, work, right? It's very useful whatever you teach. So when what this is my from my personal experience, like I know about the networking but not in a way that you have taught me. Okay, it's very eye opener for me. So what I have done is, once you have taught me, I used to, like, daily I used to work in a different way, but after you have taught me, I just like I sent an email. I was imagining that which layer it passes, application layer. So it's a way that gives a picture, like holistic picture to imagine things and stuff. And I would definitely recommend anyone looking out for CISP Cybernous. Uh, it's not on like the C-Secure engine, that access that you give is definitely a big help for us, so for someone who is prepared.
Great. Thanks, Gautam, for all those good words. And now to the group, right? Group, feel free. Whatever doubts you have, or you want some clarity from him,
And
any kind of thought process.
probably probably I am the one of the guys who has the very less experience in this panel. Like everyone has more experience than me. I just have 5 years of experience, I think. So
That's great. So, group, over to you guys. Feel free.
Yeah, hi. Congrats, Gautam. Aman here.
hi, Aman.
Yeah,
And your questions helped me a lot.
well deserved. And only one thing, I mean, when, as you said, you have started from domain 3 or domain 5, actually, right?
Yeah.
You have started being serious for domain 5. But when you studied domain 1 and 2, so how can you relate while solving the question for other domain? How can you relate domain 1 and 2 with the other domain question? Because I'm also going through a lot of questions, but what I find everywhere they ask, as you said, there you have to think from confidentiality, availability, and integrity perspective, as well as due care and due diligence. So how important is 2 chapter while answering the other domain question?
Okay. So one thing I would like to advise here is, uh, whatever practice questions you are doing, none of the questions that you see will come up on the exam for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
even 0.1% you cannot expect.
Yes, yes.
But it gives you that idea, like if there is a solid solution for something,
Correct.
you can select that. Okay. But when the situation arises like this, whether you have to protect the confidentiality, whether you have to protect the integrity of something, then obviously it's up to your own choice how they are gonna evaluate you based on your answering is we are not sure.
Okay.
Right? So at the end, like when you are giving the actual exam, right, it doesn't matter like which domain is coming or from which domain you are answering,
Correct.
but it all ties back to the basics.
Okay.
And on top of it, like currently, like we are getting 125 to 175 questions, right?
Mhm.
If you take that, there are like 50 pretest questions out of it. You can either so if you have that 50 pretext questions, uh, it usually the in the amount of 75 to 125 questions, you might actually be scored on. You never know which questions you will be scored on, though. But on in within that also, like you have to answer around 55 to 85 questions or something to get a pass score, right? If you are getting 175, you have to answer 87 or something. And if you are like getting 125 questions, you have to be sure like you are at least answering 55 questions. So that also goes in like in your thought should be there, like when you are doing any practice test, right? I would
Yes.
suggest you in which areas you are getting that I mean in which areas you are not getting the things, you need to understand that
Yes. Yes.
whether
Yes.
this is in depth in the concept, whether you will be able to get that in exam, like let's take incident response, right? In incident response, if in lesson learned, lesson learned, if you go there is if you go to that step, there are certain different areas and things need to be covered, right? So in that perspective, if you are getting a question wrong in that perspective, in depth, something like that, I think that you can leave it.
Okay.
I
So
hope that
all the
answers.
questions were, I mean, the conceptual base, or there were a straightforward question also, which saves your time.
Well, straightforward, I have got around 10 questions or something, not more than that. Uh,
Okay.
Even that straightforward questions were like very something which I haven't never seen. Uh, but based on the situation, you can answer that way.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
You can
Thank you so
eliminate,
much.
no worries. You
We
can
will try
eliminate
to
most
reach
of.
you. We'll try to reach you definitely before booking the exam.
Congratulations again,
Thank you so much.
and thanks for helping me also for getting the version 3 CyBEX question practice.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I wanted to share that with the group.
Yes, that is helping to others also.
Yeah.
Yes, please share.
There is one question. You told that you have not gone through much into books, right?
Yes.
So you have gone through much into videos and questions.
Yes.
So rather than this, have you prepared anything, notes? Yeah, that also not you have done not much.
So I personally haven't prepared any notes, although sir told me to prepare my own mind map, but I haven't. So I have gone through Prashant Mohan's mind map video, not mind maps, uh, Memory Palace.
Memory
So,
palace, yeah.
so I have taken that as a reference. It's nothing but basically it's a Cybex only. They have taken everything from the Cybex. So whenever I was preparing or writing from there, it was directly relating to the Cybex book only, like the key points and everything. So I have taken that book and written a copy of it on my own, just to have that memory, like muscle memory, they say, right? So that's why I have done that. So by the end of the last week, right, if I would have listened to any videos, I had this thing like, yes, I know this concept. Why am I listening? I was able to tell myself like, these are the steps involved. These are the in this step, this will happen, and all that I was able to evaluate by myself. So that's when I thought, okay, is the time.
Okay. So have you ever felt, because earlier we people commented like in this new pattern, the questions are not coming like a big paragraph. Is it, have you faced same? Yeah, there were also like big paragraph questions.
There were big questions, even the bigger answers.
Okay.
But I think they are part of pretest questions because most of them were like more. I mean, if they have given the four answers, four of them seems to be right there in that type of scenario. It's up to you like what you will choose. So I think they were pretest questions, but I got at least 20 to 20% of pretest this type of questions, like huge questions and huge answers.
Okay. Okay. Thanks
And
for this.
Gautam might be a big question might be followed by multiple questions, right? You have to try the same answer from the same question, right? Maybe they're tweaking the
No.
scenario a little bit in every question.
No, that type of questions I haven't got where
Oh,
I have to take the output or the input from the previous question and answer the next question. But every question were individual by themselves.
okay.
The good thing was for me, it felt like IAM and the security operations were more focused in the exam. But being an IAM engineer, I think I know like technically on the ground the things that I have done is different, but what exam expects you from the domain from the CBK or from the exam perspective is different. So I had to ditch my own thinking there and go with what exam is.
What exam wants, right?
Yeah.
They want you to have more holistic approach and things like a manager and those kind of stuff. Right?
Absolutely, that really helped. Like I think that's the key. You if there is a question, think about the basis like on which the cybersecurity is built or CBK is built. Like as I have told you, CIA or due diligence or think like a manager. Like, will it save my costs? Will it benefit if I apply this control? Will it benefit? Uh, will I get the benefit of something? I think ROI. At the end of the day.
ROI, right? Anyways, end of the day, it is business and security is part of it, right? So
Yes.
great. Any other questions, guys?
I had one. Hello.
Hi, Mitaji.
Yeah. Hi, Gautam. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I just had a query like, did you use any flashcards?
Well, I did, but not very extensively because most of the flashcards that I have seen are part of the questions itself. So if I was able to understand the questions, that means most of them, like those flashcards were derived from that questions or the questions were derived from that flashcard. So mostly like I have done around 200 or something, not more than that.
Is it helpful or good to have?
More than flashcards, right? I think you can do the questions and answers. It will give you that mindset like what to eliminate and what to choose, right? So flashcards will might give you a little bit background about something, but question and answers will also prepare you for the exam, like which answer to choose and which not to choose. So that way.
And yeah, and just to add up, Gautam, in case we need to practice fresh cards, ISS Square has done a great job. They have those free flashcards on their website, so we can leverage them.
Yes,
and they are very much official, so you can expect the same language what ISS Square.
Absolutely, like that's the same thing. So we have the app, right? Official test prep for CISSP. That app has around 600 or something flashcards. I think you can utilize that, and you also have like 1,000 questions from there. So constantly I was getting around 92 to 95% at the last. So that's the last set of questions that I have completed actually.
Great, Gautam. That is why you passed just in 125th question, right? So you are prompt onto that. Great. Team, do we have any other questions with Gautam? Else we have crossed our time. It's 7:03 now, but still we can spend some more time. Feel free.
Hey Gautam, it's a big win for you. Okay,
Yes,
big
thank you so much,
congratulations.
sir.
It's all your hard work and the planning what you have done is like paid off. Okay, we
Uh,
are very happy and you are a inspiration for us.
Thank you so much, sir. It means
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thank you.
Great, guys. So thanks, Gautam. I think what is next for you then? What is next in line then for you?
For me, sir,
Mhm.
well, I am thinking about the concentrations right now. I wanted to
Okay.
do that. So I am taking little bit of time now. Not no hurry in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just wanted to get my C's first and then go ahead and do that concentrations as well. And yeah, that's the plan. And also, like, it has given me that I can do something. Like, I set my goal. I was able to achieve that goal. Is what I have seen. And it's not only like that 45 days. I think the previous knowledge which I have gained over the years with all the other certifications also helped me in a way in that perspective is what I think.
Excellent. Excellent. Again, congratulations, Gautam,
Thank you
for
so
all
much.
this. And one more request, be part of the same group and keep motivating people. The more CISSPs are here, right, that gives a lot of energy to the entire group, right? They can reach you out at any point of time, and that really helps.
Absolutely, sir. This group has lot of energy and lot of motivation actually. So I think it will progress a lot in coming days. So
And please don't think you are alone for doing CISSP considerations. I can help you there as well. So don't
absolutely, sir.
worry. Yeah, I can
Absolutely.
help you there as
Thank you, sir.
well. Okay. Thanks, Gautam. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone.